they trying to keep the protesters trying to keep the door open. They're not letting students in or out.
Hey, we have it on camera though, so. Hey, that was sports too, man. That's legally binding. We have it all on camera. If you're a student.
If you are a Howard student, raise your hand. If you are a parent who paid for your child to go to Howard, raise your hand.
This is the insanity.
No, you should know what you paid for.
The insanity.
There are students that are paying $48,000, and you guys just saw one of the officers pull out a baton on one of these students. 3 times, grabbed her. That is against the law. That's against the student code of conduct. Huh? He put his hands on my throat, boy. Fuck that nigga. He put his hands around my damn throat because I'm sitting in the doorway. Fuck y'all. This is not your protest. This is ours. I don't understand. Some of y'all have kids here. Where's your sympathy? Where's your empathy? If y'all kids go here, why do you want them in a moldy-ass door? Why don't you want their voices heard on the board? This is all we're asking. It's not that much. We want the bare minimum, and y'all keep trying to gaslight us like it's crazy. Why? Why? Where's the money going, Wayne? Where's the money going? Because we're getting all this money, and the only thing that changes is your pockets, nigga. This is a school. This is where black children learn. This is what we have fought for decades. Why are you silencing our voices? This is what we have fought for since we were taken here. Nigga, what the fuck?
Exactly.
How many was Howard your dream school? Be honest. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Is it your dream school now? No. Is this the illustrious Howard University? Is this what you were promised? Parents, is this what you knew you were paying for? $50K a fucking year. $50K. $50K, where does it go? Where does it go? For a shitty ass experience. For a shitty ass experience.
Because I'm fucking sick of it. I don't know about the rest of you motherfuckers, but I've been here for 2 weeks now, and I'm fucking sick of it. Point blank period enough. Is fucking enough? Enough is enough.
The problem is that we think that our administrations and our campus police and police in general are our friends and should be humanized as people, but they're our enemies. They exploit us, they capitalize off of us. And these institutions are founded, and academia is founded in elitism and exclusion. So I feel like we shouldn't be seeing them as our friends or our like comrades or people that want to teach us and love us and let us learn. That's not, we're not our niggas, no.
These are not your
They're our enemies, they're our enemies.
Outside, we protect us. Now y'all know that we protect us.
Who protects us? Who protects us? Who protects us? Who protects us? And we are not old Howard. I repeat, we are not old Howard. We finna make some shit shake. We are not old Howard.
I keep telling us that this is a moment. This is not a fucking moment, ladies and gentlemen. This is a movement. Because they can't stop the revolution.
You can't stop the revolution.
You can't stop the revolution.
You can't stop the revolution.
I can't start the revolution.
I can't start the revolution.
I can't
17 cops against all his college students. We don't have no shit in there. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Seriously, what are we gonna do? You know batons are illegal in DC? You know how many times they've raised their batons at us? You know, that's not even the start of that shit. You know what they do to us at night? They watch us while we sleep. The males, they watch in the windows. You know how many friends I've had that it's woken up to them staring at him? Staring at him? You know the cop that was sitting right there? He's a creep. He's a creep. He's a creep.
I caught him downstairs in their living quarters at 9:30 o'clock at night, lurking downstairs where they sleep at. Not even an hour ago. I just got hands put on me by those officers. I am 5'2", not even 140 pounds. Please tell me why a 6-foot tall man feels the need to forcibly remove me from anywhere. Why? Why? They're not here to protect the serve shit except for Howard and property. Police protect property, not people. And they protect property that Howard is selling off to private developers. We don't even own this shit they protecting. Let's get into it. We don't even own this shit. That's why the doors have mold in it. We don't own them. They're sold off to private developers who don't give a fuck if it's mold in the doors. And that's why we can't breathe. You see these demands up here? We've been here for 12 days trying to get these demands met. And what do? Blow up a fucking bouncy house in front of our protests like they don't see us. Like they don't hear us. It's not hard. We want a voice. We want livable dorms. We don't want to be persecuted for even protesting here because we shouldn't have to be here. We wouldn't be here. They're telling us we making Howard look bad. No, Howard is making Howard look bad. Let's be clear. The optics are horrible because Howard made the optics horrible.
Say it louder.
So everybody knows, I just spoke with the officers in the back. What I made absolutely clear is that at no point in time should any of our children have hands put on them for anything. Historically here at Howard, we protest when we need to protest and we stand up. So if the students have taken an action, they should be respected in that manner, and no adult should be touching them. I have asked that that officer be sent home. He is in an escalated state. I spoke and I made it clear I just got here. You're addressing me in the same fashion as you've been addressing the students. You're not in a position to do what you need to do right now to carry out your duty in a safe manner that will not hurt children who are now becoming young adults, and it's our job as adults to work. As class of 05, class of 06, I'm here to tell you, some of those officers in the back have been here a long time. They've seen us protest. They know what it looks like. They know what it feels like. We've taken doors off the hinges before to go through them. They should never, ever encounter the children in an unsafe way. These are young adults in the making. They have no weapons on them. They should not be attacked with weapons in return. So the statement has been made and it's been clear that needs to happen. Should anything from this moment go forward when the officer has done something they should not have done, it is on record that they've been asked to not engage in that manner. And if you are not in the mindset to do this work the right way without becoming physical with them, you should be dismissed immediately from your post. It was asked that a supervising officer remove that officer. I have the picture I will be posting so that Howard is well aware of who the officer is, who attacked the students, and did not handle his post appropriately.
That's right. Do y'all see what's happening out here?
No, they're not part of student government. This is the live movement.
Y'all hear me? Y'all see what's going on out here?
This is the
the bullshit that I've been dealing with for 2 fucking weeks. I work too motherfucking hard. I pay too much goddamn money. I'm from Florida. I'm gonna stay my ass in Florida. I came to DC because I had a lot of fucking dreams. I had a lot of shit that I wanted to get done. And I can't get it done like this. Do y'all see the shit that's happening? Yep. Cause I feel like y'all have not been seeing it. Y'all been sitting. Do y'all see the shit that is happening? Do you see how they're treating us? Yep. This shit is fucking ridiculous.
A very wise abolitionist once told me that we are not here to protect anybody's elitism. I repeat, we are not here to protect anybody's elitism. Just in case the people in the back did not hear me, we are not here to protect anybody's elitism, including the officers.
to be clear, we don't have any weapons. But the only weapon we do have is our voices, and we're going to keep using our voices. We're not armed, but we are though. Howard is the haves and the have-nots, and the have-nots have had fucking enough. So we are not here to cater to your elitism. We are not here to cater to your classism. Unfortunately, not everyone has it. That's not just Howard, and it should have never been just Howard. Just Howard isn't mistreating us. Just Howard isn't leaving students indoors to die, to inhale mold until they die, because they would rather make a quick buck off of homecoming. They would rather make a quick buck by selling our dorms off to a private developer.
Yeah, money.
Wayne makes over $1 million a year, but there are students sleeping in their cars? We don't even have a food pantry? People out here have told me that this is the best they've been fed since they've been at college. How are we taking better care of us than they are? We're giving them all the fucking money. How are we taking better care of us than they are? $48,000 a year and I can't find a tutor? $48,000 a year and there's mold in my air vents? $48,000 a year? $48,000 a year and you don't do it. You won't even hear me. You won't even hear me. We had to take over a whole fucking building just to be heard. Our demands haven't even been met. Let's make that very clear. Just to be heard. We had to take over a whole building. Why is that so? We had to literally forcibly take over this whole building just to be heard. Not even to be acknowledged, because they haven't acknowledged our demands. Just to be heard, we are out here. We've been out here for 12 days just to be heard. And that is ridiculous.
Y'all know the last time an officer tried to protect a student by putting their hands on him? You want to know who got fired? The fucking president of the goddamn university. The last time an officer put their hands on a student, they fired the president of the university. Now, I'm not saying we should do that one more time, but I think we should run it back.
Wayne Frederick is one of the most evil, greedy, gluttonous, disgusting, deplorable people I have ever encountered on this earth. Him and all of his administrations are full of cowards. Without those titles, they are nobody. They are nobody. They just have deep pockets. Cynthia Evers came up here tweedling her Range Rover keys, trying to negotiate with us. Why are we negotiating livable housing? Why are we negotiating students having a voice in decisions that affect them? Why are we negotiating the right to protest? It's explicitly stated in our student code of conduct that we have the right to be here. Why are we negotiating that whether when this is over, we will still be students here or not? Why is that something that's up for negotiation? Because y'all salaries aren't up for negotiation. The millions that are going into your pockets are not up for negotiation. So why should I have to negotiate as to whether I will be homeless or not next semester?
Okay.
Why is that up for negotiation?
Why is my health up for negotiation?
Okay.
Health up for negotiation.
Okay. And it's sad because the same students that were leaving that football game are the same ones that are going back to mold-infested dorms.
Okay.
These issues affect all of us. Every single set of eyes that is on me right now. These issues affect you whether you realize it or not. Whether the Mecca was your home in the past or right now. These issues affect you.
Right now, I want all y'all to email admin. Anything you say, I don't care if it's rude. I don't care if it's rude. Say fuck them. Fuck them. Deadass, say fuck them.
You have the freedom to express. You have the freedom. They try to tell us that we can't say anything. Like, it's our constitutional right to say whatever we want. So we can. It's a First Amendment right? I could have sworn that. So we understand that it might be harsh, and you might see it as disrespectful, but they disrespected us first. Like, who threw the punches first? Let's be very clear. Like, we are saying that administration is saying fuck us because they have been saying that. With their actions, they're saying that because we have a president that is a doctor and is saying it doesn't matter if students are going and being hospitalized for mold-infested rooms. He said fuck them kids. He said it doesn't matter that you guys are putting in $48,000 a year, but there's still students that are sleeping in their cars and washing up in Burr and having to go to class like everything is fine. He said, fuck them kids. He said it doesn't matter about students, faculty, and alumni that are on the board of trustees and that want their voting rights. We're going to take them away over the summer, and that's what they did over the summer. They don't have no voting rights. We're trying to still fight for our voting rights in America, black people. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So it's a double war we're dealing with right now. So they're saying it doesn't fuck your voting rights. Imagine an administration of an HBCU saying fuck voting rights. That makes no sense. So if we do want to say respectfully fuck you, I think we're within our right to do that. I would say disrespectfully. Girl with the hair tucked too. Disrespectfully.
Wayne said fuck us when he turned off the air in this building rather than giving us livable housing. Wayne said fuck us when he inflated fucking bouncy castles to hide the tents we've been living in for the past 12 days. Wayne said fuck us when he turned that sprinkler on for the first time in years to try to wet us and get us out of here. They are doing everything but meeting our demands, and they're so fucking simple. There's no reason. Turning off the Wi-Fi to stop the spread of information, doing everything humanly possible to not hear us.
And I just want to make sure everybody understands and knows Blackburn and what happens operationally from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Okay? So, on a regular day, from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., the following happens. There's a cafe, so there's open food, right? This is in one building. There's open food. There's still construction going on. They're doing COVID testing. There is no running water on the first floor. Or on the third floor, right? And the heat has not been turned. So legally in DC, the heat has to be turned on by October 15th. It's October 23rd. It has not been turned on. They're breaking the law. If you want exposure, we got the facts and we got the receipts. So it's not like we're lying. There's nothing to lie for. We're not here because we want to be like it's a big sleepover. We said, hey, everybody go to Blackburn. We're here because we need to be. We're here because we have to be. We're here because if no one says it, somebody got to say it. Somebody has to say it. So we just said, dang, fuck it, we'll say it. We'll say it. And we need everybody to say it too. It cannot just be on the back of these students. These students between the ages of 18 and 22, I'm 21 years old. I am a senior, taking 19 credits, double major, poli-sci and criminology, and I promise you, by the grace of God, on May of 2022, I am walking across that stage with my 2 degrees. 2 degrees. Because I've been here for 4 years and I'm ready to get out of here. But before I get out of here, before these students get out of here, we have to make sure that change is made on this campus. Not just for us, and not even just for the future, but for the past. Because there's been alumni that's like, you guys are still dealing with this? We were dealing with this in 76. We've been dealing with this in 84, in 97, in 02. This is not a new problem. This is not a new problem. We just decided to take a stand. And we need the community to take a stand with us and realize we are the oppressed and they are the oppressor. Break it down and boil it down. We are doing good. They are doing evil. This goes back to biblical times, y'all. Good and evil. It's just plain and simple. Good and evil. We are within our rights. They continue to break the law. They're not obeying by the laws of the land in which they created. That makes no sense. Make it make sense. We're making it make sense. We're making it make sense by just standing our ground and continuing to say that enough is enough. And we are not leaving. We are not going anywhere until our demands are met and people understand that we have rights and we deserve what we pay for. We paid $48,000 for this. We will continue to demand change by any means necessary. And they thought that we were playing when we say by any means necessary. This is what it looks like when we say by any means necessary. Period. Period. We're not playing any games. We're not playing any games. We're very rebellious, quote unquote, but it's needed. It's needed. We're done with PG, PG-13, rated R, direct actions. This could be classified as a rated X action, and we're for it because it's needed. It's needed. Direct actions like this is needed to shift history. All right, slow and steady wins the race. The demand? Somebody, anybody can read it.
I got it.
Excuse me. Could you explain to me what it is you're demanding? What it is you want? I don't know.
Our demands.
We want livable housing.
I've been reading on Facebook. Where have you been the whole fucking time? I've been involved. Could you just tell me what it is you're trying to do?
Demand number 1, an in-person town hall with President Frederick and administration scheduled before October 31st. Sounds very simple to me. Demand number 2, reinstate affiliate positions on the Board of Trustees of Howard University. Reinstate all of them. Demand number 3, the president and the chairman of the board need to propose a meeting with student leadership to outline the housing plan to protect the incoming classes of Howard's future. HU 26, HU 27, we're fighting for them. And demand number 4, legal and academic immunity for all protesters involved inside and outside.
That don't sound hard to me. And they want to negotiate? Ain't nothing up here for negotiation. Ain't nothing up here for negotiation. Did they answer your question?
I think I'm sorry I asked.
Okay, sure. You're entitled to.
You know what Wayne told us? He said we need lawyers. He said we need lawyers in order to make sure we can stay enrolled and not get legal consequences for just protesting about not dying from mold in our rooms. Okay, you know my friend ended up in the hospital from the shit in her fucking room? Where's her hospital bill being paid? Where is it? How many of y'all friends have mold in their room? How many of y'all got mold in your room? In your room? That's ridiculous.
I've been sick for a month and a half. I've been sick for a month and a half because of the mold in my room and in my dorm. I know people who thought they had COVID because of the mold in their dorms. We have expired air filters. There's mold growing in the back of people's paintings, on people's shoes, on people's book bags, under their beds. They ain't touched them. Where's the mold coming from? The board and admin tried to say it was mildew. They said there's no black mold on campus, it's just regular mold. Huh? Higgins said that. Higgins said it's just regular mold. There shouldn't be mold. There shouldn't be mold. I am paying $50,000. $50,000. My parents work hard to pay this school's tuition so I can get a degree from here. And I'm living with mold in my dorms. That's more than some people's household income, and they paying $50K to have mold in their dorms.
Hey, I have a question.
They can't find a tutor.
I have a question.
Yes.
Didn't the other universities have mold as well?
HBCUs. Get into it. Don't let us get into it, because I can get into it.
The other universities have mold as well, but are they paying $50,000 in tuition? Are they supposed to be historically black colleges and universities who are supposed to foster and care for the black children? Are they supposed, like, you gotta understand, yes, no institution is perfect, but this is an HBCU, historically black college and university. The whole purpose of this institution is to foster and nurture the minds of black students, not slowly kill them in the dorms. So yes, there has been mold at other universities, and other universities are protesting as well. But I want to make something very clear. At this HBCU, at this black environment, we should not be mistreating the black children that we are here to educate and nurture. It should not be that's just how HBCUs are, or that's just how black colleges are. That's the whole problem. This goes back to slavery. They want us to feel like all of our things are less than theirs, or all of our things are crappier than theirs. We should be better than them, if anything. How is our president making more than the presidents of PWIs, but our endowment is 3/4 less? Our endowment is 3/4 less, but our president is making more than the presidents of schools with higher endowments. Do you see how the math is not mathing on that one? Do you see how the math is not mathing? How are we bringing in less money, but our president is making more money than their president? They have embroidered hand towels, and we can't even have dorms without mold.
What other university has taken over a building? I just want to know. I'm just curious. For mold.
Well, universities who are currently addressing their housing crises are Clark Atlanta.
Just an update. I have a personal friend that is involved in the protest in Clark Atlanta, and they had 9 demands, and all of those have been met. And they were there for about 48, maybe 72 hours, 3 days. And their administration, they fell in line quick because they knew that it could get this bad. for them.
And for those of you in the audience who think we're just fighting for mode, we're not. We're fighting for basic things that we should have been guaranteed when that $50K dropped for that tuition. It should have been guaranteed. I should not have to be concerned when I walk out of my door whether or not I'm going to make it back safely. I should not have to call one of my brothers and say, oh, can you be on FaceTime with me while I walk to my dorm? Safety should be automatically guaranteed on the college campus. Ain't that what these police employed for?
Right now, I'm calling all of the men in the audience to stand up, because it's been shifts where we have gentlemen out here that have been walking on campus making the women feel insecure. It's been instances where we have women walking on the campus making men and women feel insecure. There's been instances where the security that you just see to try to keep us from going inside the building will sleep on their shifts. It's been time where we did patrol. It's 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and people are not on their post and the doors wide open. It's been time where this is a prime example of how Howard does their students. We went around the back. It was around 3 o'clock in the morning and the lights were not on in the back. It's real dark back there. If anybody know how to get down in DC, anybody can get grimy in any of these corners. And a lot of these students are not from the city. I'm not trying to call them green, but they not going to know what happens back there. So we need another line of protection from the men, specifically the students that are living on this campus that have not been present. I need brothers to start filling in and being more present and protecting the queens. We had some strong soldiers out here. We still have some strong soldiers out here, but we need more. I pray that the Most High protects and watches over everybody that is present right now. I pray that the Most High represents everything that we're standing for. I pray that ego, pride, lust, envy, and greed is removed from this situation and this circumstance. I pray that Howard wakes up and realizes there's nothing illustrious about a building. There's nothing illustrious about an institute. There's nothing illustrious about an infrastructure that was created by white supremacy. We have to acknowledge something before we move forward. Howard is named after a white man. If you never knew that, you know it now. So we need to stop worshiping these plantations and acknowledge what's really going on. Because the first students of Howard were 3 white children. So we need to stop talking about this whole HBCU madness and acknowledge an institution and a plantation where you see one. See, this is the difference between the soul fighting against the soulless, the haves fighting against the have-nots. See, not all of these students come from glitz and glamour. Some of their mamas and fathers paid their last dollar to try to pay for a name. But we letting you know now that God is getting these children involved. God is getting these children involved because the world don't care about no school that you've been to. The world is going to recognize and let you know that there's some apartments you might go live in where there's mold. There's some apartments you might go live in where there's rat infestation. So you might want to pay attention to how these students are moving and leading by example and stop being gullible, acting like this can't happen to you too. You might want to wake up and smell the coffee because a little whiff of reality is hitting right now. See, when you see officers that look like you but are out here protecting the establishment, their original name is called the Slave Patrol. I'm going to say that again. If you see officers that are here protecting the establishment ridiculous. And not the student body that you thought was supposed to be protected, then they are doing their job as the Slave Patrol. Totally I don't care how nobody feels emotionally. We're talking about facts over fiction. So I need everybody to put down their egos.
Wait a minute, are you saying this Howard Security are slave patrols?
I'm saying that.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying Howard Security is doing their damn job. And what are they doing? Protecting the establishment. They're part of the problem and they're doing their job. Being very specific. See, at the end of the day, you have to acknowledge that the students and the people paying this money have the power.
Then why do they go here? If you don't want to go here, go to another school.
You want to know something? From when I was 12, sir. 12, I wanted to go to Howard University.
Then you're here.
No, listen to me. You listen to me right now.
You're here.
From the moment I stepped foot on this campus, I wanted to go here.
You need to leave. You need to leave.
Just because we love something doesn't mean we don't need to hold it accountable. We love the community at Howard, but the administration is disrespectfully. We have the right to hold them accountable. We have the right to demand better.
But it's a plantation. It's a plantation.
What? No, what you're doing is changing the narrative, and that's not what we're trying to allow. This is not what we're allowing.
He's trying to ignite a flame. All right, my bison, Howard, I need you up here. I need you to refocus. What he's trying to do is ignite a flame that's not there. Let's acknowledge him. He wants acknowledgement. Everyone turn his way. Speak.
And just to be clear, this is the same man that on night one of our protests, he was outside recording us, trying to get us on video. He's been trying to discourage our protests from day one. He's an alumni here. He made a documentary about who killed Malcolm X, but when we're here standing for the same shit that Malcolm X was standing for, this is what you do? Let's be very clear. Like I said earlier, we're not making Howard look bad. Howard is making Howard look bad.
We are not the old Howard University. I repeat, we are not the old Howard University.
All right, I am being given the finger.
You got a lot of questions for us. I have a question for you. Why are you happy silencing the voices of black children in America? Why is this something you want in life? Why? This is the bare minimum. Yo, we are asking for the bare minimum.
Hold on, wait a minute. Excuse me. He just felt like he said no.
Just so you understand, this is not his protest.
Okay, they are blocking my camera, so I'm going to. They said they don't feel comfortable with me recording them.